no problem.
Will be 1,000 people. So
But
be different
what I say?
because it's good. So
Okay.
yeah. Not now. Now it's on.
No, now it's just us.
See? No. It's
Zoom.
Now it's everybody.
Zoom.
It's like this live.
2,000 people watching you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, beautiful.
2,000 devices.
No problem. No problem. Okay, yeah.
Will be 1,000. And then if
It can
you
be
want-
10,000. Doesn't matter. It's okay.
No, just put then. If you can
Cut?
and
Huh?
you can speak.
Okay, because there's a couple of things I'll say that I can't say on camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
After you tell me. and then-
Okay. No problem.
Okay.
Shako.
Amen. Sí.
See you what I'm gonna translate. Okay.
Oh, you translate?
Yeah, because not so.
Who doesn't speak English? Does everybody? Who doesn't understand English?
¿Quién no
Just very little?
¿Quién no habla inglés?
Does everybody understand? Because I speak slower. It's better. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And how? Like 30 minutes, 40 minutes,
Para Zoom también.
whatever you want. Like 1 hour, 2 hours. How do you know they won't be bored?
No,
After
it's they bored that you're gonna tell you. Okay. Tengo el honor y el placer de tener junto a mí aquí a Don Garmesian. De verdad, before 3-4 years we make a Shabbaton.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 years, 6 years.
5 years maybe. Y la verdad es que yo no lo conocía y fue un honor muy grande para mí. Es un personaje. Ya saben que usted una vez a la semana invito a héroes del pueblo judío. Para mí definitivamente es un héroe por su ira chamaim, su amuná, su bitajón que tiene a pesar del nivel de empresa que tiene en su vida. Y aún así creo que tenemos muchas cosas que vamos a aprender. Thank you, Don. Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure. Thank you for your time. So let's start. Okay, take out your
Get comfortable.
be comfortable and let's start.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start with a funny story. Okay? And if I speak too fast, you tell me to slow down. Okay? I'm going to start with a funny story. And then we'll move into the things I want to talk about. Okay?
Va a empezar con una chistosa, una anécdota chistosa y después vamos a hablar más de...
Okay. The reason I'm telling you this story is because I want everybody here to know. There's a reason why Hashem created every single person in the world. Every person.
Dice, el motivo por el cual les estoy contando esta anécdota es porque hay un motivo por qué Dios creó en este mundo a cada uno de nosotros.
And it's your mission in life to find out why Hashem put you in this world.
Y una de las misiones que cada uno tiene que tener en esta vida es saber por qué Akadosh Baruj Hu te creó a ti.
And I'm not saying this story because I want people to think, no. I'm saying it because I want you to understand that the thing I just told you, I do myself all the time.
Dice, y lo que te voy a contar no es para que digan, mira cómo me creó. No, sino porque esto que les acabo de decir, yo lo vivo todos los días.
I was with my wife at a wedding a few months ago.
Estaba en una boda con mi esposa.
And a very religious wedding.
En
And
una super ortodoxa boda.
we walk into the wedding and everybody's, yeshiva, black hat, everything, yeah? And you know, if you want to translate while I talk, it's okay. It's good? So everybody, you wear yeshiva, this, and I would look at my wife and I see two people on the other side of the wedding.
Dice que fue una boda super religiosa, muy ortodoxa. Él fue con su esposa y a la mitad de la boda vio que había dos personas del otro lado.
I tell my wife, Marina, you see those two guys? She says, yeah. I said, they're not wearing a kippah. She says, okay. I'm like, Marina, look, they're the only two people here not wearing a kippah.
Dice, ¿ves a eso? Le dijo a su esposa, ¿ves esos dos cuates? Sí, dice, esos dos de toda la boda son los únicos que no tienen gorra.
So she says, okay, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go talk to them.
Dijo, ¿y qué te importa? Dice, no, voy a hablar con ellos.
She says, no, you're going to embarrass them. I go, no, I'm not going to embarrass them. I'm going to talk to them nicely.
Dijo, ¿no los vais a avergonzar? Dijo, no, les voy a hablar bonito.
So I went over to the table and I see these two guys and I say, hey guys, what's your name? Oh, you guys look alike. Are you brothers?
Empezó a empezar la plática con ellos. Dijo, oigan, ustedes se parecen entre ustedes
And
dos.
so they say, yes, we're brothers. One was a dentist and the other one was a surgeon for the jaw, mouth. Yeah?
¿They're brothers?
Brothers.
Le dijo sí, uno era dentista y el otro era
And I
ortodentista.
say, can I ask you guys a question? Yeah, I say, please, I don't want to embarrass. You guys seem very nice guys. I see you talking, and I think I told my wife maybe they're talking that they're the only two people not wearing a kippah and they feel bad.
Dijo, se ven ustedes que son dos grandes muchachos, ¿no? Y yo le dije a mi esposa, dijo, son los únicos dos personas de toda la boda que no tienen
So they say-
kippah. Y dijo, la verdad no quiero que ustedes se sientan mal.
So they say, yes, we're the only two people not wearing a
Si
kippah.
tiene razón, estábamos platicando entre
I said,
nosotros
okay.
que son los únicos dos que no tenemos gorra.
Perfect. So if I go get you two kippahs, will you guys wear them? They said, oh, please. I said, why did you come without a kippah? They said, usually when we go to a wedding, at the front door, they have a basket with kippahs.
Le dijo, les puedo conseguir dos, si les consigo dos gorras, ¿se la ponen? Dice, claro, ¿cómo? Dijo, entonces no entiendo, ¿por qué no trajeron gorras? Dice, normalmente en las bodas que vamos, en la entrada hay muchas kipot, hay muchas gorras, y no las ponemos, pero aquí como es religiosa, todo el mundo viene con su gorra, entonces por eso no trajimos.
So here they didn't have. I said, okay, wait here. I look at the room and I say, Hashem, what table do I go to get two kippahs?
De repente dijo, ¿de dónde, a qué mesa me acerco para conseguir dos gorras? Aquí cada quien trae su gorra.
I go to this table. Everybody was religious at the table. And I say, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's a round table. I say, I'm sorry. I don't know you and you don't know me, but there's two guys over there that feel bad they're not wearing kippah because they're the only people not wearing kippah. So I asked them, if I get you a kippah, will you wear them? And they said, please, please. And then I looked around the room and Hashem shined the light on this table.
Dice que se acercó a una mesa que era redonda y dijo, mire, me da pena acercarme, no los conozco, ustedes no me conocen, pero hay dos personas aquí que no tienen gorra, que se sienten mal, y no sé si ustedes me pueden. Dijo, sí, sí.
So and I'll bring them back myself if it's okay with you.
¿Alguien de aquí me puede prestar sus dos gorras?
Black hat.
Sí, ellos tenían sombrero, ¿no?
But they're all wearing hats. All wearing everybody hats.
Todo mundo tenía sombreros y para arriba.
Hat, some
Steinberg.
everything. Kapata, everything.
Entonces dijo,
So I say, okay.
présteme dos gorras. Yo personalmente se las regreso.
Okay, so can I have two kippahs? And the table was round. I went like this. And when I got halfway and nobody said anything, I went slower.
Dice que le preguntó a todos, dice que iba cada uno, y cuando iba a la mitad de la mesa y nadie respondía, que se fue más lento.
I made it very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Dice, me sentí muy mal.
Lo hizo sentir
muy
incómodo.
a él. Al propósito se hizo como que
This guy sitting here, the last guy, number 12, he took his hat off. He gave me his kippah. He said, of course, please, you can take my kippah, no problem. I said, thank you very much. I'll bring it back. Thank you, a big mitzvah. Thank you.
el último de la mesa, el 12avo, dijo, con mucho gusto, se quitó el sombrero, le dio la gorra, dijo, con mucho gusto, dijo, de verdad, muchas gracias. Se le queda viendo a todos mundos y nadie
No,
reacciona.
I made it more uncomfortable because I was upset.
Dije, lo hice como que más incómodo, porque él se sintió muy mal que nadie quería prestar su gorra.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Y le decía a que sí le preguntó gracias, y los volteó a ver a todos los que no.
I got halfway to the table, the other table, and I said, no way, I'm going back.
Ya estaba en otra mesa, se regresó y dijo, no puede ser. Se regresó a la misma mesa.
I came, I said, please mochel me now for what I'm going to say.
Dijo, perdónme lo que les voy a decir.
I came here,
Yo vine aquí,
I don't know you,
no los conozco.
You don't know me.
Ustedes no me conocen.
I said, there's two people, Jewish people, they're embarrassed.
Les acabo de decir que hay dos
They're not wearing
personas que
kippah.
están avergonzadas,
I said,
que en toda la boda no tienen
I'll get you
gorra.
kippahs, you'll wear them. They said, yeah. I said, okay, Hashem, where should I go? Hashem brought me to this table.
Y ellos me dijeron, sí, tráeme unas gorras. Y le dije, Dios, ¿a dónde voy?
I didn't ask for
Ahí está,
a
ahí está.
donation.
No,
I didn't ask for tzedakah. I asked for 2 kippas.
No le estoy...
And everybody here has a kippa under the hat. Okay?
No estoy pidiendo donaciones ni dinero. Le estoy pidiendo 2 gorras. Y esas 2 gorras se las voy a regresar. Y todos tienen gorras.
Not one of you, other than you, thought that it was important enough to take your hat off and give the kippah so somebody else is not embarrassed.
Dice, ¿cómo puede ser que de 12 personas solo una persona se quitó el sombrero, se quitó la gorra para no avergonzar a 2 personas de todos ustedes? Perdón que les diga, pero ¿por qué?
My family, we own big shopping malls. You know,
Mi familia son dueños de varios malls en
the
Canadá.
three biggest malls in North America,
Los 3
My
malls
family
más
owns.
grandes de todo Norteamérica,
They have-
mis familias son dueños.
they have a water park, an amusement
Tienen de
park,
toboganes
a
y de
ski
agua. Tiene para
Ice rink.
para nevear, para esquiar dentro.
aquarium,
Acuario,
Lego,
Lego, todo.
30 attractions. All-
30
all-
atracciones en
So-
American Dream.
American Dream. So I asked this person, I said, are you married? He says, yes.
Ah,
This
that-
person, the
that-
one person.
Le preguntó al que le dio la kippah,
He said
¿tú
yes.
estás casado? Dijo, sí.
Do you have kids? He
Dijo,
said, yes.
¿Tienes hijos? Dijo,
How
sí.
many kids? I think he said 11 or 12.
Dijo, ¿cuántos hijos? 11 o 12.
Okay, do you know American Dream?
Dijo,
He says,
¿conoces American
yes,
Dream?
absolutely. I go, do you go there? He says, yes, I go. Do you go with your kids? Yes, I go.
Le dijo, ¿tú vas a ese mall? Es de él.
Okay.
Dijo, ¿lo conoces si vas con tus hijos? Dijo, claro que voy.
Ready? Ready?
Sí.
You and your wife and your kids, you come to American Dream. Oh, my name is Don Germazen. I own American Dream. You and your wife and your kids, from now on, forever, you come to American Dream, you don't pay anything. Free. Anything you want to do, you don't pay. You don't pay. Everything.
You mean attractions, right?
The attractions. There's Hermes there. But he doesn't wear Hermes, I don't think.
Le dijo al que le dio la gorra, le dijo, mi nombre es Don Germesian, soy dueño de American Dream, hay 30 atracciones y tú, tu esposa y tus hijos, no una vez, no 2, toda la vida vas a entrar gratis a las 30 atracciones.
Everybody else,
Todos los demás,
the next time
para la otra,
somebody comes and gives you the opportunity to do a mitzvah, especially when it's so easy, you grab it. You grab it. Because you don't know why Hashem brought you that mitzvah.
no, qué bruto. Entonces, dice, la próxima vez, todos los que escucharon se van a dar cuenta que cuando Dios te da una oportunidad de ayudar al otro, tú no sabes esa mitzvah, que aparentemente es muy simple dar la kippah, cuánta verajá y cuántas cosas te puede traer.
I finished. People take their hat off.
Todo el mundo ya quería dar su gorra.
I take one kippah because I needed 2. I take one more kippah. I say, oh, are you married? Yes. Kids? Yeah. You go to American? Yes. Okay. You can come once.
Le dijo a este que le dio,
You come forever.
oye, ¿tú estás casado? Sí. ¿Tienes hijos? Sí. ¿Conoces American Dream? Dijo, sí. Bueno, tú una vez puedes entrar gratis, tú y tu esposa y tus hijos.
The rest of you, I'm sorry. It was such an easy mitzvah to stop 2 people from being embarrassed. I'm sorry. I sat down.
Dijo, a los demás, lo siento mucho, no puedo hacer nada por ustedes. Una mitzvah tan fácil que no pudieron hacer.
A few minutes
No puedo
later, the whole table got up.
Después de unos minutos se paró la
And they
mesa
came, and they said, we just want you to know what you said in 3 minutes. You left, and it really changed all of our lives.
Se paró uno y le dijo, quiero decirte que lo que tú nos dijiste en 3 minutos es lo que no hemos aprendido en toda la vida.
That how could it be that we didn't think, like, so easy, that we didn't think it was important enough to do?
¿Cómo puede ser que algo tan fácil de hacer no pensamos en hacerlo para
I
ayudar.
tell you that story. I think better. I say 3-4 words, and you 3-4 words. I say 3-4 words better like
It's better.
that. So I tell that story
Dijo esta historia
because I want everybody here to know.
porque
For me,
quiero que sepan todos ustedes que para mí
you think that my family, American dream, build malls because we want money? You think that we? No. Translate.
ustedes creen que nosotros tenemos los malls más grandes del Norteamérica porque queremos dinero, están equivocados.
It's not the money.
No es el
It's not the money.
dinero.
It's Hashem gave us an opportunity to be able to use what we have to support Torah, to help places, to give tzedakah.
Porque nosotros estamos conscientes que cuando tenemos buenos negocios, eso nos puede ayudar a aportar la Torah y ayudar a hacer gesed a los demás. Por eso queremos tener los mejores shoppings, porque eso nos ayuda a soportar más la Torah.
Now, I'll tell you another story. Did you heard the story about the glass in the no? Did they hear it?
Blasphemous. No, they don't know.
They didn't?
They don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you another story.
Les voy a contar otra historia,
Much better than this one.
mejor que esta.
And you'll understand that when I tell you what I told you now, I'm not joking.
Para que entiendan que yo no estoy hablando palabras, no estoy vacilando. Lo que le digo, lo cumplo.
We built American Dream, and inside American Dream,
Just let me tell them.
Yeah.
Es que I wanna,
Yeah, please.
Yo quiero, para que me entiendan, how many million meters have American Dream? Oh,
it's a 3.5 million square feet.
square feet. Bueno, para que entiendan de qué estamos hablando, American Dream está en New Jersey y tiene 3.500.000 pies
Indoors.
cuadrados, ¿ok? Nada más indoor, nada más, o sea, para
Techados.
son aproximadamente es un mall de 350,000 metros para que me entiendan de quién estamos hablando y de lo que están hablando.
The
¿ok?
biggest is in Edmonton, West Edmonton Mall. That's 5 million square feet.
I was there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you were there.
Dice, en Edmonton, el más
Canadá.
grande era en Canadá, en Edmonton, que está hasta la
And then
tostada.
Mall of America.
Sí,
number
luego
2,
Mall America es el número 2.
and American Dream number 3.
American Dream, number 3. Miami will be the
Mirza Hashem, I hope.
Es posible que Miami sea ahorita bien el más grande. Okay.
I was building.
Sorry.
No, please. And so I like it. I speak 5-6. You speak.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
want to go too long. You know?
Okay.
And don't worry. If I speak, you can translate while I speak. Is that okay? It's
Okay.
fair, yeah?
Sí.
So I was building the mall. I built an indoor water park.
Ya hizo un lugar de agua muy grande que tiene
The
toboganes.
biggest in the world.
El más grande del mundo. Con
And I
techo.
built it next to the theme park, amusement park. The
Junto.
biggest in North America.
Aparte era un parque de diversiones con feria y todo eso pegadito.
I was standing and they're side by side.
Están pegados uno con el otro.
And I designed it so that the entrance to the water park has glass at the front so people see inside.
Entonces yo lo construí de tal manera para que el que sale de la feria vea que enfrente hay un vidrio, una ventana que se pueda ver todo el parque de agua para que se vea.
The glass to see inside is 55, 60 feet tall.
Vide metros,
It's 20 meters.
o sea, es 20 metros de grande, es un vidrio muy
20 meters this way
20.
and 15 meters this way.
20 por 15, es un vidrio muy grande.
And when we built it, I wanted it to be all glass. Only glass.
Dice, cuando lo construí quise que no haya
No,
más
no.
que puro vidrio.
See the metal here?
Sí.
And the metal here? And the metal there?
Sin
No
can-
metal.
no canceles.
Only glass. No, multiple pieces, but no steel.
Nada canceles. Puro vidrio.
The cost to do that glass was a little over $2 million.
Para poder
Puro glass.
hacer todo ese vidrio de toda esa zona, $2 millones.
I was standing there with my brother, and I did it because if people see this water park, they're coming.
¿Por qué lo hizo? Porque todo el que sale en la feria lo ve y dice, yo quiero ir también a esa atracción, a todo el parque de agua.
You can't go to the amusement park and not see the water park because of the glass.
No hay manera que vayas a esa feria y salgas y no veas el parque acuático.
My brother and I were standing in front of the water park.
Mi hermano y yo estábamos
Before
ahí
we
parados
opened.
enfrente de ese vidrio antes de que
My
abramos.
brother said, Don, did you ever think that You know, in the mall, we have a kosher food court.
Sí.
We have 15 kosher places to eat.
Sí.
Lots of Jews are coming. We built a kosher department store. The address, department store only for tzniut.
Sí, sí. ¿Saben qué? Dice...
60,000 square feet.
Sí, dentro de este mall hay 15 restaurantes kasher. Le dijo su hermano a él, van a venir muchos judíos mucha gente que cuida Torah Mitzvot. Hicimos una tienda, acaban de hacer una tienda de how big is the address?
The address, 60,000 square feet.
Son 6,000 metros cuadrados solamente con ropa de tzniut, con pizza adentro, con libros adentro, solamente para gente
It's
religiosa.
the only one in the world.
Es la única en el mundo tan grande, nada más.
60,000 something.
60,000 square feet, yeah.
Fitz es el...
Por eso, ¿viste
Son 6,000.
Sí, sí, 6,000.
My brother says, you know, all the religious and Jewish people that will come, religious, not religious, when they come, they're going to go to the amusement park, they're going to pass by the water park, and they're going to look inside the water park.
Dice, a ver, no pensamos que toda esa gente religiosa ortodoxa que va a ir a la feria, cuando salga, va a ver el vidrio y van a ver a la gente en traje de baño, a las mujeres o...
And now Jewish kids are going to stand at the glass and look inside and chas v'shalom see women that are not tzniut.
Y como los niños saliendo de la feria van a ver ese vidrio y van a ver mujeres mal vestidas y ellos son ortodoxos.
Very, very, yeah. People think I'm smart. I'm not smart. I'm stupid. I told my brother, I said, I can't believe that I didn't think about that.
Si la gente cree que soy muy inteligente, soy un tonto. Dice, ¿por qué? ¿Cómo puede ser que cuando diseñé esto no pensé en eso, lo que me estás
So
diciendo?
he said, what should we do?
Dijo, ¿ya qué hacemos?
I said, I brought my entire design team, construction, everybody. I say, see the glass? They go, yeah. I say, okay, cover it.
Dije, pues vamos a traer a nuestro equipo de diseño.
They look at me like I was...
Y le vamos a decir, ¿ves este vidrio? Sí.
They say, what?
Cúbreme todo.
I said, what do you mean, what? Cover the glass. They're like, done. You know how much money you spent? You didn't want steel.
Sí.
Now you want to cover it, no one's going to see inside. I said,
Estás
yeah.
loco, Don. Que
I want you to cover it
tú
so
nos
nobody sees
pediste
inside.
primero, ni siquiera canceles. Y ahorita ¿sabes el costo que tenía? ¿Qué estás loco? ¿Qué te pasa?
No nomás el costo, también que la gente ya no lo va a ver, ya no va a entrar.
Also, he said that the people don't see and
Don't want to enter.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And the ice rink, we have an ice rink inside. Next to the ice rink, ice, skating, hockey.
Ah, sí, sí. Ellos también tienen una pista.
In Mexico, they don't know hockey.
No.
Hockey.
Tienen una pista para patinar de hielo.
Yeah, okay. And when next to the ice rink, the mall is 3 levels. I also put huge glass. So when you're walking in the mall next to the ice rink, you see into the water park. Level 1, level 2, level 3.
Dice que los 3 pisos se podía
Also,
ver.
$2 million to build the glass. 3 levels. Besides the first one,
Aparte del primer piso, el
I told
segundo
you
y
I'm
el
not
tercero
smart, ¿eh?
también se ve y también costó otros 2 millones.
No, y el segundo y el tercer piso también.
I took my team, I said, listen,
Trajo a su equipo de
sit.
diseño y les dijo,
When people skate and they walk here, they can see here too. Cover it.
dijo, cuando la gente está patinando en hielo,
my team
también
looked
ve
at
el parque de
Like
agua.
I was crazy.
Sábelo. El equipo estaba vuelto loco. Dijo, está loco.
You know what we did?
Dijo, ¿saben qué hice?
The next day,
Al
I
otro-
made a design, stick it up, and I covered the entire, so that now when you walk in the mall, if you see level 1, level 2, level 3, you go to theme park, you see nothing inside.
Lo tapó, dice, al otro día lo tapó con un plástico en el primer piso, en el segundo, en el tercero, ya estaba tapado, no veías nada, ni de la feria, ni del segundo piso, de que estaba la cancha de hockey, no sabía nada.
This water park cost us hundreds of millions of dollars.
Este parque nos costó mucho dinero.
It's a very, very big part of the revenue for American Dream.
Es un parque que le
Da mucho interés.
claro, le da mucho, o sea, representa mucho las ganancias del mall.
We owe the bank a lot of money.
Le debemos al banco mucho dinero.
A lot of money.
Mucho
And if
dinero.
Chas v'shalom, the water park doesn't do business, finished. Chas v'shalom, finished.
Y les digo una cosa, si el parque de agua no funciona, se va para
But there
abajo
is
todo.
no way in the world, if this place is going to be successful, it's only successful because Hashem wants it to be successful.
Y la única manera que este mall sea exitoso es porque Hashem quiere.
And there's no
Y
way
no hay
that
camino
I'm going to go to the next world, Mirza Hashem,
que
120
me vaya
years,
después de 120 años
and answer to
y
Hashem
le diga a Dios,
that I put making money before. I understand now that it really was Hashem made the whole thing like that for me to put that in this class because he wanted to see. He says, what are these people going to do? Is it money that drives them? Do they think that it's their mind and their business that makes them money? Do they not know that every penny comes from Hashem?
y se sabe por qué yo creo que Hashem me hizo que me equivoque, que primero lo haga transparente y luego me hizo taparlo, porque Hashem me está hablando y verá, a ver esta gente, ¿por qué? ¿Quién cree que hace el dinero? ¿Ellos o yo? Si ellos creen que ellos, van a hacer puras porquerías, pueden hacer virtud, lo que sea. Pero si ellos creen que yo, aunque les cueste dinero, lo van a tapar.
At that time, I built a kosher food inside the water park.
En ese momento,
Originally, at the same time, because so many Jews were going, I said,
el restaurante kasher dentro del
once I realized what a mistake I made with the glass, I immediately canceled no kosher food in the water park. Why? Because if somebody goes to the water park and they can buy kosher food, that means the Germazian family says if they're selling kosher food in the water park, then it's okay for us to come to the water park.
Entonces,
No way. That's happening.
quitó el restaurante de adentro. Dijo, yo no quiero que la gente piense, si los Garmezian pusieron el restaurante kasher dentro del water park, quiere decir que se puede ir al water park revuelto, y yo te digo. Wow.
Yeah? Okay. That's a funny story. That's a good story.
No,
I'll give you another one.
Les voy a contar una tercera.
Every story I tell you is better than the last story. Okay?
Cada vez va una mejor historia.
But I want you to know, many times I speak.
Muchas
Many
veces
places.
yo hablo en muchos lugares.
And when I start speaking,
Cuando yo empiezo
I
a
tell
hablar,
people in the room,
hay mucha gente.
I'm going to say things that are going to inspire you.
Les voy a decir cosas que los voy a inspirar.
That you're going to say, oh man, what he said, it's crazy. I'm
Está
inspired.
loco, estoy inspirado.
And a lot of you are going to want to talk afterwards, have questions, this, that. Yeah?
Después van a preguntar si sí, si no.
They say, I will sit down and speak to anybody for however, as long as you want.
Yo me puedo quedar sentado a hablar
On one condition.
las horas que tú quieras.
You
Con una
don't,
condición.
you don't come to me and say, your story is incredible. I'm so inspired. And then you go home and you go to sleep. And tomorrow morning you wake up and nothing happened.
Dice, yo me puedo quedar aquí todas las horas hablándoles, inspirándolos con historias verdaderas. Lo que no puedo aguantar es que después de esta clase o después de escuchar estas historias, tú te vayas a tu casa, te duermas y al otro día haces el mismo.
If you want to talk, no problem.
Yo me puedo
But please
platicar y
stand
hablar
and say,
conmigo.
Don, your story was incredible. I'm inspired, and here's what I want to do because of it.
Eso.
Here's how I'm going to change to become closer to Hashem. Here's the message that I understood from your story. Because otherwise, the story is a story. Who cares about stories, right?
Dice, lo que quiero es que acabando la clase acerca de Gasuri, Don, me encantó tu clase, tus historias, me inspiraste. Y a raíz de tu historia, yo tengo esto y voy a hacer esto gracias a que este es el cambio que voy a hacer, este es el change que voy a hacer.
So now everybody here, Mirza Hashem, I'll say a couple more stories.
Les voy a contar más historias.
Please, when you go home tonight and you tell your wife
cuando
or
vengan a
your
su casa y
children,
le cuentan a su esposa,
you
a
have to
sus
hear
hijos,
this story. No, please. If you're in this room,
si estás en este
if I'm
cuarto,
in this room,
si estoy aquí,
there's a reason why Hashem
es una razón por qué
put us
Hashem
together in this room.
me mandó a este
If
cuarto.
I own a mall, there's a reason why Hashem wanted me, my family, to own a mall. Not because I should have money to buy this. No, no, no.
Si Dios me mandó el mall más grande de Estados
So that we
Unidos,
would be a religious
es por
family
algo.
that would be able to tell people this is the way it works.
No somos una familia religiosa que tenemos que demostrar
And when you
cómo se
compromise,
trabaja.
and when you
Cuando,
compromise Torah
cuando te
and
comprometes con la
tzniut
Torah
and religion
y
in
religión,
order to make money,
Antes de hacer dinero,
maybe you'll make a lot of money. A lot of money. I know many people that have.
yo sé que mucha gente hace mucho dinero,
But that is not the money you want.
pero no es el
It's not the
dinero
money
que
you
Dios quiere.
My father went to Las Vegas 30 years ago.
Mi papá fue a Las Vegas hace 30 años.
He built an empire in Las Vegas.
Hizo un imperio en Las Vegas.
When he went to Las
No
Vegas,
existía,
Caesar's palace was there.
no existía,
No treasure, nothing.
no existía ninguno de los grandes hoteles. No existía.
Stood in the west side of Las Vegas and you saw nothing. Land.
Te parabas en el oeste de Las Vegas, no se veía más que pura tierra.
My father went there. He spent
Mi papá
25 years of his life traveling once a week, every week. He would leave where he lived on Sunday. He would come back on Thursday. By himself.
25 years.
For 25 years he did it.
25 años su papá viajaba de Canadá
To Las Vegas.
25 años, de domingo, de lunes a jueves, y luego regresaba.
And my father hates gambling. He hates casinos.
Su papá odiaba el juego, odiaba los
He hates that money. He hates that money.
odiaba ese dinero, ese no quería ese dinero.
He spent 25 years of his life.
Costó 25 años en
We
su
had
dinero.
26 shopping malls, outdoor, strip centers.
¿Qué strip center?
Centros comerciales
Outdoor
afuera.
mall. Outdoor
Afuera.
mall.
Monte abierto.
Yes.
Afuera de la-
26 shoppingcitos tenía.
Two of them are in the 10 biggest in North America.
Wow.
Two of the ones he built. Yeah. We lost everything. Everything.
Todo lo que hizo ahí, 25 años.
Every single penny.
Todo
For
centavo.
25 years that he made, we lost all of it.
Todo lo que invirtió en 25 años, todo lo perdió.
Why?
You know, if you ask I'll tell you in a second. If my father was here
Si mi papá estuviera
and you
aquí
asked him,
y le pregunta,
Mr. Germasian,
señor Germesian,
what is the best business you ever did in your entire life?
¿cuál es el mejor
He would say, I spent
negocio
25
que
years
usted
in
ha
Las
hecho?
Vegas. I built an empire.
Te va a contestar, yo viajé 25
I
años,
lost all our money,
perdí todo,
but it was the greatest thing I ever did in my life.
pero fue lo mejor que he hecho en mi vida.
Why?
¿Por qué?
When he came to Las Vegas,
Cuando vine a Las Vegas,
on one of our pieces of land, there was a trailer.
había un trailer,
Half the size of this room. Half the size.
la mitad del tamaño de este cuarto.
I think the trailer then was maybe Esha Torah, I think.
Parece
You know?
que estaba hecha Torah en,
They
en un
barely had a
trailer.
minyan, no school,
No había escuela,
no shul, no
tenían ni-
kollel, no
no había
yeshiva.
kollel, no había yeshiva, no
There
había
were three
nada.
kosher restaurants, two kosher restaurants.
Había 2 restaurantes kasher.
When he left,
Cuando dejó,
my father,
su
he
papá
built the shul in Las Vegas.
hizo el
He helped
Betamigdash
build
en
the
Las Vegas.
schools in Las Vegas.
Hizo escuelas
He
en Las
helped
Vegas.
build the yeshiva in Las
Hizo la
Vegas.
yeshiva en Las Vegas.
He built Las Vegas today has 90,000 Jews. It's the fastest, number one or two fastest growing Jewish community in the United States.
Hoy en día es 95
I
mil
think they
personas,
have
es de las comunidades que
25
están
kosher
creciendo
restaurants.
más. ¿Hay cuántos?
25 kosher restaurants.
25 kosher
We
restaurantes.
were there 3 weeks ago for the
Estuvimos ahí 3
new
semanas.
building that the Yeshiva Day School opened in Las Vegas. 350 kids in a Jewish day school.
Estuvieron en
Las Vegas.
la inauguración de un edificio de 300 y pico de niños en Las Vegas.
When he started,
Cuando
it was a midbar. You know, everyone
Era
says
un
Las
desierto.
Vegas desert.
Desierto.
It was a midbar, but it was a midbar of Torah. There was no
Había un
Torah.
desierto de
There
Torah.
was nothing.
No había nada.
When he left,
Cuando dejó,
Baruch Hashem, my father had the chance to get involved to help as much as we can help every single one of these institutions.
él ayudó a cada una de esas instituciones a su...
The only thing that you take when you pass away is two things.
Lo único que te vas a llevar después de 120 años,
The name you made for yourself in this world
el nombre que hiciste en este mundo
and the Torah you built and the mitzvot that you did.
y la Torah que hiciste.
That's it.
Nada
Not
más.
money. The best investment we ever made was Las Vegas.
Y si
No,
eso es-
I would have loved to have made a lot of money too, but but it's still okay.
Dijo, yo hubiera querido también el dinero que se hizo ahí, se invirtió, pero también está bien.
Emir Hashem, you can do both, but
Ojalá
no
puedas
problem.
hacer las dos, pero no importa. El ICAR, lo principal es que Baruch Hashem dejó dejó sembrado
Right.
mucha Torah y Shamayim, escuelas ahí en las
I learned from my father,
Aprendí de mi padre.
who's 84, still in the business, working.
Tiene 84 años, Blain Arad, sigue
I-
trabajando.
the most important thing I learned from my
Lo más
father
importante que aprendí de mi
is
padre.
is a lesson he taught about how backwards the world is.
How?
Backwards.
Atrás.
In reverse.
Está al revés. El mundo al revés.
Cómo el mundo está al revés.
My father would sit in a meeting in his office,
Mi papá estaba en una
and he would
cita,
tell his
en una
assistant, the
junta.
secretary,
Le dice a la secretaria,
he never ever wanted to be interrupted. If he's in a meeting,
le dijo,
Don't interrupt me.
era una ley que le decía a su secretaria, si estoy a la mitad de una junta, no me puedes
if
interrumpir.
he's on the phone, don't interrupt.
Si estoy a la mitad de una llamada,
Only one time can you interrupt
solo
him.
una vez me puedes interrumpir.
If somebody comes to the office or a rabbi calls on the phone, I don't care who I'm eating with. I don't care who's sitting with me. You interrupt everything and you tell me.
Ya.
No.
I want to cry. I tell you.
Dile que ores al rey.
¿Oyeron? Lo único le dijo a la secretaria que me puedes interrumpir es para una cosa. Si hay un rabino que me llama por teléfono bien, no me importa qué rabino es, quién es, no me interesa. Interrumpeme, ¿para qué? Para que yo pueda recibirlo.
A rabbi from Los Angeles flew in to see him. Didn't make a reservation. Didn't make an
Un
appointment.
rab de Los Ángeles viajó con él a verlo y no hizo una reserva.
My dad was flying to New York.
No hizo cita con él. Y
My
llegó así.
dad didn't know him.
¿Eh?
Didn't know him, and he didn't call to say I'm coming.
Mi papá ni lo conoce ni le llamó a hacer la
He
cita.
had a yeshiva or school, kollel in Los
Y
Angeles.
tiene una escuela, un colel en Los Ángeles, no recuerda
He
bien.
came to the office. He says, "I'm here to see Mr. Germazian."
Llegó a la oficina y dije, vine a ver al señor Germesian.
The assistant said, "I'm so sorry. He's at the airport. He has a flight in 30 minutes.
Dijo, discúlpame,
Can you
pero
wait here? Let me call
dijo, déjame ver, se tiene que ir en 30 minutos al aeropuerto, déjame ver si lo va a recibir.
him." I calls my father.
Le llamó a
My
mi
father
papá.
was sitting at the gate in the airport.
Ya estaba en el aeropuerto.
There's one flight a day to Edmonton from Las Vegas.
Un solo vuelo.
One flight a day. My father was sitting in the airport. He didn't fly private. My father would never fly private. He says, I'm going to spend $30,000 to fly private plane and not give the $30,000 to Kollel, Yeshiva, to Torah, like for 3 hours. He can't stand. He can't. The Germazian family has no planes, no boats.
Espérame. Dice que su papá estaba en la sala, va a abordar y le habla a la secretaria. Dice: mi papá jamás en la vida pueden viajar en aviones privados. Dice: ¿tú crees que yo voy a gastar $30,000 en un viaje privado? Prefiero dárselo a un kolel, a una yeshiva, y me viajo en avión comercial normal. En la familia Germesian no existen aviones privados.
No planes, no boats,
No yates,
no mansions.
no
nothing.
mansiones, nada.
The Germazian family, B'nai Baruch Hashem, we make money.
Hacemos dinero,
We keep what we need to live.
agarramos lo que necesitamos
The
para vivir
rest,
y lo
the
demás
rest we want to give.
para
to
darlo.
Torah. We want to give to support Torah. My father, the secretary, called him. He got in his car. He went back to his office
Se regresó. Wow.
to meet somebody he never knew, never met, didn't know nothing, but had a chance to help.
¿Escucharon? No conocía al de Los Ángeles. Ya estaba por abordar. Le dijo a su secretaria: dile que me espere. Dice que hay un solo vuelo de Los Ángeles a de Edmonton.
Sí, de Los Ángeles.
De Los Ángeles
Está
a
un
Edmonton.
montón, al día.
Dice: perdió el vuelo, agarró el coche, se regresó a la oficina para entender a este rabino.
I was sitting at home. We're okay still, yeah?
Yes.
I was sitting I live in New York.
Yo vivo en Nueva York.
Near
Bronx.
in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Yeah. I rent a house in the Bronx, okay? It's a nice house that I rent in the Bronx.
Dice: yo renté.
Every day,
You rent in-
I rent. Yeah, I don't own the house. I
No
just
es
rent.
dueño de
Yeah.
la casa. ¿sí?
No,
Renta.
yeah, I don't own the house. Only
Dice
rent.
que él no compra. Él rentó una casa en el Bronx.
The guy wanted too much money to buy, so I said, no, I can't. I'll just rent.
Quería mucho dinero para comprar. Dijo: no tengo dinero, te la rento.
Something happened.
Ok.
Every day, I go from my bedroom in the morning, I go to my kitchen,
Todos los días voy de mi cuarto a
I
la
pass by
cocina
my dining room.
y paso por mi
My
desayunador.
dining room. My dining room is, I don't know, not this big, a little bit smaller.
Es como este cuarto, un poquito más chiquito.
I've never eaten in my dining room
Jamás he comido en el...
because my family and my parents, they live a few blocks away in a building, apartment building, and every Shabbat we go to eat with the family together. Oh, you were there. That's right. That's right. In the White Hall, you were there. Okay, so you know. Okay, every Shabbat.
Dice, cada Shabbat, dice, mis papás viven en un edificio con mis tíos, y todos comemos juntos en un departamento. Nunca me siento en mi desayunador a comer Shabbat.
When I was younger, I was even more stupid than I am today. More stupid.
Antes, cuando era más joven, era mucho más estúpido que ahorita.
Every morning, I walk past this dining room. I look the most beautiful table, beautiful chairs, beautiful cabinets, crystal plates, everything. And every single day, I said, Hashem, why did I spend so much money for a dining room that I never ever use?
Dice, yo pasaba todos los días junto de mi cuarto a la cocina y veía el comedor, decía, Dios, ¿por qué gasté tanto en un comedor y tan bonito? Dice que no uso.
Every day for 8 years.
Todos los días por 8 años.
Never walked in the room, but I kept the doors open so I could see what a mistake I made spending this money.
Dice, no lo uso, pero dejo las puertas abiertas para ver mi error que tuve en gastar tanto dinero en un...
One day I get a phone call
Un
from
día-
a very good friend of mine.
Una vez un muy amigo mío me
His name
marcó.
is Rabbi Yechezkel Abramov.
Dijo, se llama Rabbi Yechezkel Abramo.
Rabbi Abramov, if you're watching this, maybe he's on the phone.
Dile,
I
a
don't
lo mejor me
know.
está viendo ahorita y me está saludando.
He called me, he said,
Me
Don,
llamó y me dijo, Don,
do you know Rav Shimon Galai?
dijo, ¿conoces a Rab Shimon
Of
Galai?
course, Rav Shimon Galai.
Claro, es
He's
uno
one of the biggest Galador.
de los jamí más
Chaim
grandes de la
Kanievsky, Rav Steinman, Rav Shimon
Es
Galai.
de la calaña de Rab Shimon, de Rab Steinman, de Rab Chaim Kanievsky.
The first time I went to meet Rav Galai, he told me the name of my child.
No,
He told me that, he said to me, what's wrong with your son Daniel?
no.
I said, Marina, did you talk to this rabbi before? He knows we have a son Daniel? Marina, no.
No.
This guy's unbelievable.
Dice que cuando lo vio por primera vez a Rab Shimon Galai, le dijo, hola, ¿cómo estás? Dijo, oye, le dijo el nombre de sus hijos, dijo, ¿qué problema tienes con tu hijo Daniel? Dice que le dijo a su esposa, oye, ¿me puedes decir, tú hablaste con el rabino? Dice, no, en mi vida he hablado con él. Dice, para que me entiendan el tipo de ham que es.
He says, Don, Rabbi Galai wants to come to New York, and he asked,
Su amigo le dijo, Rab Galai que venía a Nueva
he wants to
York,
see people. When he comes, people line up for 3 hours.
dijo, cuando él viene hay cola de 3 horas.
So Rabbi Galai said he wanted to come to your house. He wants to have people come to your house to get to talk to him, and also that we should have dinner at your house with Rabbi Galai and a few more like very big people in the community.
Dijo, él quiere dormir en tu casa, recibir en tu casa y que le hagas un dinner en tu casa y juntes a muchos amigos, gente que pueda apoyar.
I couldn't believe
Yo no podía
that Rabbi
entender
Shimon Galai
que Rab Shimon Galai
wanted to come to my house
quería venir a mi casa
and that I should host a dinner for this big tzaddik. No, it's impossible. Hey, look, jeans. Rabbi Shimon Galai got like, what do you mean? No.
¿Qué tiene que hacer Rabbi Shimon Galai con un cuate que usa jeans, que usa cadenas? ¿Qué quiere en mi casa?
I said, Rabbi, are you playing with me?
Le dijo, ¿estás vacilando?
No. Is it okay? I said, 100% it's okay.
Dijo, claro que venga.
So they came to my house.
Vino a mi casa.
Hours and hours. People, he took my office. He sat in my office and
Se
he met
sentó en mi
people.
oficina y recibía gente y gente.
Unbelievable. I sat and stared at him. I couldn't believe that I had the zechut to have a tzaddik like him in my house.
Dijo, yo nomás lo veía, decía, no puedo creer que tengo el zehut de tener a Rab Galai
So
en mi
we were
casa.
having dinner with 20 people,
Hicimos un dinner con 20
and
personas.
Rabbi Abramov
Y su amigo Rab
stood
Abramo
up and he said, we want to thank Mr. Germazian, Don, for opening his home to allow.
dijo, gracias a Don Germensian por
And we would
abrirnos de su casa y
Don
recibirnos.
should say a few words.
Y que Don diga unas palabras.
What?
Dijo, ¿qué dice?
Everybody is a black hat.
Todo el mundo está de negro
Like,
y jajamí muy grande.
Rabbi, what do you want me to say?
Dijo, ¿qué quieres que diga?
Don, get up and say something.
Dijo, párate y di algo.
Okay, I'll say something. I stood up
Me paré.
and I said, I want everybody here to know one thing.
Dijo, quiero que sepan una cosa.
Every day,
Cada día,
for years,
por
I go
años,
from my bedroom to my kitchen.
yo voy de mi cuarto
And I pass this
a mi
dining room.
cocina y paso por esto.
And I complain to my wife,
Y siempre me quejo.
why
con
did I
esto.
spend this much money for a dining room and chairs and dishes and everything that I've never used? I
¿Para
don't
qué
understand.
gasté tanto dinero en este comedor tan fino, tan bonito, que nunca uso? Siempre me pregunté por qué.
I want to thank Rabbi Galai
Le quiero agradecer a Rav Galal.
that he's now, I
Ya
understand,
entendí.
that Hashem planned
Hashem planeó
8 years ago
8 años
that I
antes
should buy this table
compre este
and
comedor,
these chairs and
estas-
these dishes, and it could have cost $10 million. No, I'm kidding, not 10 million. It could have cost a lot of money, but it didn't matter. Why? Because 8 years later,
Rav
this
Galal
holy person was going to come to my house.
dijo, porque valió
He's
la
gonna sit
pena todo lo que gasté para que este
in my
tzadik
chairs,
que se siente en mi silla,
Eat
en esta mesa,
from our plates, everything.
de mis platos.
What a zechut it was to be able to give to host.
¿Qué mérito tuvimos nosotros de que podemos usar este comedor? 8 años valió la pena para que este tzadik y la gente venga y esté sentado aquí.
You want to know why I say
¿Sabe
the
por qué
world
lo
is
digo?
backwards? The
Porque-
world is.
Porque este mundo está al revés.
עולם הפוך.
Do you know how many times people come
¿Saben
to
cuántas-
wealthy people's offices, houses? The Rosh Yeshiva, they get on a plane, they leave Eretz Yisrael. They're teaching the boys. They're in yeshiva, and the Rosh Kol has to get up, fly to the United States,
Dice, ¿cómo puede ser que haya jamim tan grandes que tienen yeshivot
and
que
go from
enseñan
house
y tienen que dejar la casa y
to
volar
house,
horas
house,
y dejar su casa y su
or go
familia
to office,
y tocar las
and chas
oficinas.
v'shalom, to beg chas v'shalom, not only beg, but to please, can you help the yeshiva? Can you help the
rogar
school?
que,
Can you
que,
help?
que le eche de acá.
אבל לא מצלצל.
This holy person, this Rosh Yeshiva, this
Esta
kollel,
persona
this,
santa,
this school, this principal,
esta escuela, este
they're coming
director.
to my house, to my office. Right? Please, can you help?
Por favor, ayúdame.
Do you know what a zechut it is? To
¿Saben
be
qué
able
mérito
to
es
give money
de dar
to support Torah?
dinero, de dar Torah?
Do you know how many wealthy Jews there are in the world
¿Cuántos
that are
ricos
worth
hay en el mundo?
5 billion to 150 billion?
De 5 billones
You know,
a 150 billones.
I don't want to say some
De
people's
personas
names.
que tienen.
I might do business with some of them, so I don't want to say some names.
Yo hago negocios con unos de ellos, entonces no quiero decir sus
but
nombres.
there are some that, if they wanted to, they can write a check in 1 minute, and they could pay every single Torah institution in the world for the next 20-year budget right there. One check.
Te pueden hacer un cheque y mantener a todas las instituciones del mundo por 20 años.
Do you know?
Y te lo puede dar así.
Do you know why there's not a religious Jewish family today that has that kind of money?
¿Saben por qué no existe una familia religiosa que tenga tanto dinero así, 150
If the
millones?
Germasian family had money like that,
Si la familia Germesia tenía ese dinero,
I promise you,
les
bli neder,
prometo, Belineder,
I would sit here
me sentiré, me
and
siento
I
aquí,
would say, everybody line up,
que se,
and my family,
que se formen.
my family would write the check for every single Torah institution in the world from now for the next 20 years.
Y se darían un cheque para mantenerlo de aquí a todas las instituciones por 20 años.
But you know what would happen if that happened?
Pero ¿saben qué
That
pasaría?
means nobody else in the world, none of the other people in the world, the ones that give $18 because that's all they can afford, or $180.
Si pasa eso, le van a quitar el zehut de dar a Torah a gente que nada más puede dar $18 o $100. Y por eso Hashem no hace que la familia Germesian o familia como ellas sean multibillonarias para que todo Am Israel tengamos el zehut de mantener la Torah.
we would take away the zechut from every other person in the world. It would all become ours. That is not what Hashem wants to happen. That's not what Hashem wants.
No es lo que Hashem quiere.
And I'm certain that Hashem will never, never make one family have that kind of money. Hashem, if you do, make it me. But
There are families that have that kind of money.
there are families that are not from.
Not
They're not Jewish. They're not religious. They give $100 million to the arts and to the ballet and the hospital. The hospitals is good. They give a lot of money, but to give to the university, but to give to support Torah, you have to, guys. This is the most important thing I'll ever be able to tell anybody.
Esto es lo más importante.
The person has to have the zechut
La persona
to give money.
La persona tiene que tener zechut.
Many rich people that don't give anything.
Hay muchísima
Why?
gente rica
Because
que no da.
Hashem did not give them the
Hashem
zechut to give.
no les da
He gave them the
zechut.
money. That's one thing. But to give the zechut to give money, no. It's a very, very, very special thing.
Es una cosa muy, muy, muy especial tener el mérito de poder dar a Torah.
When I was younger, people would knock at my door to come to my house. Shluchim.
Dice, cuando era más joven,
$5, $10,
venía gente y
$5.
les daba $10, $5.
I used to open the door like this, and I said, Marina, give me how many people? I have a camera. So I see people coming up my driveway, and they come together, 3, 4, 5 in one car, you know? So I say, my wife, how many people are? She says 5. I say, okay. 4, 5. I say, okay. I tell my son, go give me $20. $5, $5 bills.
Dice, yo veía por la cámara cuando venían a pedirme acá a mi casa en el tiempo de antes. Dice, veía por la cámara cuántos eran, 5. Decía, dame $20.
I open the door.
5 por cabeza.
I open the door this much.
Y se abría la puerta así poquitito.
I say, please, okay, 5, 5, 5, 5. No, please, sir, can we talk? I have kids.
Decía 5. Dijo, no, te puedo explicar mi situación.
I'm sorry.
Dijo, no.
5, 5. Thank you.
Gracias.
Close the door.
5 y le cerraba la puerta.
Close the door. Hashem should forgive me. Once I got angry because I gave somebody $5 and he was so upset, so angry that he came to Mass, got $5 that he actually stuck his foot in the door that I couldn't close it. So I opened the door more and I pushed him from my front door.
Dice que una vez lo hizo enojar, le dio $5, se enojó tanto que le dio $5 que cuando iba a cerrar la puerta puso el pie para que no cerrara y no la podía cerrar. Dice que se enojó y lo empujó.
I will never ever make a mistake like that again.
Dijo, no lo vuelvo a hacer en mi vida.
Somebody comes to your house to collect money.
Una persona que viene a tu casa a pedir.
He has a child that needs a wedding. He has a child that has this.
Tiene una
a brother
boda de
this.
su hijo, tiene una
They
necesidad.
come now. You open the door.
Tú le abres la puerta,
You invite them in.
lo metes.
I don't like to drink beer, but I keep cold beer, in my fridge
Dice, a mí no me
because
gusta la cerveza, pero siempre tengo mi
they like
refrigerador.
to have beer.
¿Por qué?
So I ask them, "Do you need a beer? Do you need a drink?" Yes, please. I ask my wife, Marina, "Do we have chips? This, that, whatever?" And I can't sit down with every one of them for 20 minutes, but I give them their eretz. I give them. Please, you should know. Thank you that you came to my house. That I can give, even if it's $20, even if it's $5, $100. Thank you that Hashem, you gave me, and you give it to them with kavod. You know how embarrassing it is? How embarrassing it is for somebody to come knock at a door to collect money for his family, for himself. Do you know how terrible? Like Chas v'Shalom, people should imagine that if I had to go from door to door, I would feel there's nothing lower in the world that I would feel.
Dice así, dice que hoy en día lo que hace es recibe a la gente, tiene el refrigerador, cervecitas, aguas, esto, y la mayoría le dice, ¿quieres tomar? Y dice, sí, y le saca o cervezas o agua, le saca papitas. Dice, no me puedo quedar con cada uno 20 minutos, pero por lo menos les hago sentir gracias que vinieron. No importa si les doy 5, 10, 20 años. Dice, pero quiero que sepan que una de las cosas que para mí es las más vergonzosas es ir a tocar la puerta de una persona para que te dé tzedakah. No lo hagas sentir mal, por lo menos hazlo sentir bien.
Rabbi came to my office. He needed money for the yeshiva.
Dice, un rabino vino a mi oficina, necesitaba para su yeshiva dinero.
He needed a lot of help.
necesitaba mucha
I
ayuda.
helped him. We helped him. My family, we helped him. When I say I don't mean I mean the family.
Cuando digo yo,
I'm
no soy
zero.
yo, es yo soy cero, es yo y mi familia. Y lo ayudamos a su situación.
We helped him. And I asked him, I said,
ayudamos.
Rabbi, what's going to happen next month with your budget? He says, it's okay, I have a plan, don't worry, I'm not coming back to ask.
Dijo, el otro mes, ¿cómo le vas a hacer? Porque este mes ya te sacamos de tu problema, pero el otro dice, no, yo tengo
I
un
said,
plan,
Rabbi, please
no nos vamos a
please
estar.
don't say you're not coming back, because that means you're taking the zechut for me to give. Even though I don't have all the money to give, we give as much as we can. Say, Rabbi, it's very difficult, I'm going to help. I do what I can, I give. He came back.
Dijo, no digas,
One
no vas
month
a...
later.
Oigan, dijo, no, yo no voy a regresar, listo. Dijo, por favor, no digas, no voy a regresar. Porque si tú dices, no voy a regresar, nos estás quitando el zehut. No te puedo dar todo, pero voy a tratar de ayudarte lo que sea posible. Regresa. Regresó.
He came to my office. I felt so bad
Me sentí
because
tan mal.
he was crying
Estaba llorando.
that he had to come back.
Que tuvo que
I
regresar.
said, you're crying?
Dijo,
Why?
¿Por qué lloras?
You know what a mitzvah it is that Hashem gave to you to be able to go and collect money that you should go from people's offices, and most people will be like, I'm busy, call back. Okay, it's difficult. We'll help again. And he didn't want to take the money, he took.
Dijo, empezó a llorar, dijo, por favor no llores. Dijo, ¿sabes el zehut que tienes tú de tocar puerta por puerta para ayudar a gente que está estudiando Torah? Por favor, agarra. Dijo, no, nomás bien. No quería agarrar el dinero, le dieron otra
This
vez.
yeshiva was, for the first time in its entire existence, was going to miss the payroll for the Rebbeim. Miss the payroll for the Rebbeim.
Y era la primera vez en toda la historia de la Yeshiva que no iba a poder pagar a tiempo su sueldo de los jajamim.
He came back to my family a third time.
Y regresó la tercera vez.
But he didn't know what to say.
Y ahora sí ya no tenía palabras.
All we could do is make him understand how lucky he is that he has to go do these things, and whatever it is, chas v'shalom, embarrassment that he might feel, Hashem is cleaning everything, because he is going to be. I begged him. I said, Rabbi, in the next world, please make sure you give me a seat next to you.
Dice, lo que hice es convencerlo y hacerlo entender que qué zehut tan grande tiene, de que se avergüenza por ayudar a pagarle a la gente de la yeshiva. Dice, después de 120 años, nada más te pido un favor, acuérdate de mí, de ponerme una silla junto de ti. No es fácil. Dios te va a limpiar todo por hacer eso que estás haciendo.
When he left and he went home,
Cuando se fue y regresó a su casa,
my brother, myself,
yo y
and,
mi
and,
hermano,
and another Rav who works for me, I'm finishing up.
No.
Another Rav who works for me, we decided, this guy, he came, my heart is broken. I feel so bad.
me siento muy mal que vino tan avergonzado, está mi corazón muy roto.
We bought him a stender,
Le compramos.
but acrylic, the ones, glass? Glass with no structure.
Dice que le compró un stender de vidrio sin canceles.
We bought him a stender,
Le compramos un
and we sent it
stender
to his house.
y se lo mandamos a su casa.
We had somebody deliver it to his house before he got there, with a note that said, Rabbi, we want you to know, we love you and thank you so much that you gave the family zehut to give another time.
Qué bruto. ¿Oyeron lo que hizo? Para que él no se siente mal cuando regresó a su casa y no sienta otra vez, fui 3 veces con la misma familia. Alguien de Israel le dijeron que le compraron un stender con un letrerito. Quiero que sepas que te amamos, te queremos, la familia Germesian, y es un zehut que hayas venido con nosotros a pedir tzedakah.
I'm not telling you these stories, chas v'shalom, that anybody should think that, Don Gervais. No. I'm telling these stories because I realize that if these stories happen a lot to my family, it's only because Hashem wants me to go and speak to people and tell them, this is my experience, this is what I've seen, this is what we do. And we've worked to change the way that we think, the way that we treat people, the way that we act, that we should know that it's the biggest zehut that we're able to give. And, like I said at the beginning,
Dice que Dios les da ese zehut a su familia y todo lo que todos los negocios, todas estas historias, dice, no para que nosotros la hablemos y la compartamos con la gente y la gente cambia su manera de tratar a la gente que le va a dar tzedakah.
If anybody here is inspired by what I
Si
said,
alguien de aquí salió inspirado de lo que hablé,
I would leave very happy if I knew
me voy a
that
quedar
every
muy
single
feliz
person here,
si cada uno de acá,
the next time
la próxima vez,
you have an opportunity
que tengan una
to either
oportunidad
do a mitzvah
de hacer una
or
mitzvah,
give
o
tzedakah,
dar tzedakah,
I don't care if it's $1, $10,
no importa si es
$500,
$1, $10,
$50,000.
$100,
You go out of your way, you teach your children, you show
enséñale
your
a tus
family
hijos
that Hashem loves you, that He gave you the dollar to be able to give, and not that you have to be the one that has to take. It's a big, big, big
que
difference.
Dios te escogió a ti de que des y no que recibas.
It's a big zechut. You should know. It's a big zechut. For me,
Para mí,
that I came here
no,
today.
thank you so much.
No. It's a big zechut that I came here today, that I was able to have everybody here to say what I have to say, and people on the Zoom as well. Really,
En YouTube.
you don't ever want. Listen, guys.
Es
One
un
thing,
zehut para mí que
I'm
estuve
sorry.
aquí, dice, es un
One
mérito.
thing you always have to be careful of. Yeah, this is the last thing I say.
Es lo último que voy a decir.
If somebody has the opportunity to help or give,
Si
or
la
do
persona
mitzvah
tiene la
or
oportunidad de
whatever,
ayudar o hacer una mitzvah o hacer gesed o
you
dar
have to
tzedakah,
understand the action that he takes. The action that he takes. You gotta get it?
la acción que haces,
Yes? Shamaim is writing it down.
allá en el cielo están escribiendo.
You don't ever want the malachim in Shamayim to say Hashem. You gave him $100, $1,000, $1 million. Did you see what he did? How he treated?
No dejes que los
That-
ángeles allá arriba, los
you-
acusadores,
did you-
que le digan a Dios,
Why, if you gave it to somebody else,
¿para qué le diste ese dinero? Mira cómo los
that
trata.
somebody else
¿Para qué le diste así?
would have done
Mejor
different
dáselo a
or
otra
more?
persona.
It's not. Doesn't matter how much you give.
No importa
how you
cuánto
give
des,
it.
cómo lo das.
And the malachim say to Hashem, and you know what Hashem has to do? This is halacha. This is Torah. Hashem has to. It's mishpat. He has to open the books,
Dios
and he
tiene que
has to
abrir.
see. Did I open the book to see why he gave you what he gave you? Don't let the malachim go to him and say, open the book.
No.
Because Hashem has to do it.
No permitas que provoquen los ángeles que Dios tenga que abrir los libros para ver si Haz Shalom no estuvo bien que te hayan dado tanto dinero o te hayan dado dinero por haber tratado mal a la persona. Lo más importante no es cuánto das, cómo lo das. Puede ser $1, puede ser $1 millón. No importa. El chiste es cómo lo das. No,
Thank you. Thank you.